Hey guys, so it's been forever since I've last done a video. I've actually recorded several videos, but for whatever reason I didn't post them. I don't know. I talked about like some more personal stuff going on, which isn't really like even that personal per se, but just stuff going on with the family, just health issues. Everything's all right in general, just FYI, but it's been kind of a busy time around here lately, so a lot has gone on, let's put it that way. And also, since I last posted, I think the last video I posted was the Tunica video, or one of the Tunica videos. Went down to Florida last month. I was going to record while we were down there, like I had every intention to record. I brought the camera, but while we were down there, I had booked the trip like a month beforehand, which was mistake number one. I should learn not to do that anymore, but the price was so good, and the last time that I didn't book the trip when the price was so good, it went up when I was ready to book the trip. So anyway, I thought I was being smart, but there were all these threats of like bad weather, like it's going to be like stormy and rainy during the duration that we were down there. But as we went down there, it was raining throughout Alabama, and then when we stayed at Panama City Beach. When we got down there, it was fine. The weather was fine, so I bought some floats, and so we blew up the floats. Well, I blew up my float, and then my dad, he just stayed in the room. But I went out to the ocean, and the ocean felt kind of cool at first along the edge, like along the shoreline, but once you got out into the ocean, the water was really warm, so I just got out and like floated in my little inner tube and did that for a couple hours and had a really good evening that day. Next day was bright and sunny, so I spent the whole day outside in the ocean. And then I got burnt really crispy, really bad, no regrets. I knew that I was probably going to get sunburnt. I didn't realize how sunburnt I got, but I was like, I don't care. And I still don't care, no regrets still. Yeah, so I spent the whole day like doing all that because I was like, I need to soak up the sun while I can before all the storm stuff is supposed to move in, because I was like, booked it for 3 days. I'm like, I want to be out in the ocean and enjoying the weather. I get all excited about like talking about this. So anyway, yeah, so I got burnt crispy, and then the next day was rainy, and well, it was 3 nights was what it was. So yeah, second day down there was dirty, whatever. Anyway, it was really rainy the next day on and off, so it wasn't really a good ocean day. It was a good like walking out in the sun and getting into the pool whenever day. So that's what I did. And then when we left early because I knew again it was going to be storming, and it was already like really bad. Like when we went to check out, it was rainy, and then as soon as we like got everything situated and got the receipt printed and everything and was ready to head out of the office from checking out, it was a monsoon basically. It got soaking wet, but I wanted to leave before the weather got even worse, because there's going to be even worse storms according to the weather forecast. So, and book it back up here to Nashville so that I can get back up here during the day. Yeah, so I opted not to record during that time because it seemed like we were just so busy, and even though I could have recorded a few minutes here and there, I didn't feel like it. So that's my long explanation about that trip. And so yeah, and of course work has been bleh. Fortunately, I'm still only working like 3 days a week max, which is fine and dandy for me now, like, but just there's a lot of other stuff going on too. Anyway, so I guess I wanted to show off some of my haulage. Yes, there's a huge mess going on behind me. I don't know if I'm gonna cover everything or not. I mean, I don't know. I haven't done a haul in a long time. But there's been a lot of sales, and I just wanted to like touch base on this too. So yesterday I thought like we were gonna have company over to the house who I didn't want to deal with. So my dad forewarned me, and so when I got from work, I went straight to Cool Springs where I used to work, and I was like, I'm just gonna make a trip out of it because I need to go to Sephora. I had some vouchers for some perfumes, which, you know, that's gonna be part of this video. That's part of why I got some of this out. And then I had a coupon for Bath and Body Works for a little tiny thing to get. So yeah, So I went to the mall and I was like, hey, let's just make a whole day out of this. I did a little bit of shopping. And so I guess, well, I just wanted to also touch base that when I went to the mall, I had an emotional experience because, again, like with my current work situation, my best friend left me. My work best friend left me. I just had to cut a few things out. But yeah, there's some stuff going on with work. And so I'm sad because my best friend is gone from work. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I won't go into any of those details. But anywho, so when I went to, I think I posted another video like when I actually like had footage of going out there, but I was parked down at the Belk where they've expanded Belk because that's where they expanded the men's portion of Belk into the downstairs portion of Sears where I used to work out there. So of course, like I like parking over there because there's like not a lot of cars over there, so you get a decent parking spot, and you can just walk through the store and go into the mall. And also it's kind of nostalgic for me. So this time going in there, and it's always like an emotional experience anyway, because I'm like, I only spent 2 years at that location, but still, and I hated working out there. I really did. But at the same time, I look at it now and kind of wish that I still worked out there. Like, I would take that over what I'm doing most of the time now. Or, well, up until I quit especially. And then, I mean, since I've been back after quitting this current job, it's not as bad as it used to be. But there are times, there's a lot of issues going on with management. Let's put it that way. It's just, and I'm just blabbing so much. But yeah, so anyway, I walked into the store and saw like my old department area and what it is now, and I just kind of like got so sad. I'm like, I miss you. As much as I hated working in shoes, I'm like, I miss you. I miss being here because that was my own little spot, and I didn't have managers bashing me behind my back. You know, even though it wasn't the best environment, and even though I wasn't crazy for the managers there, and we did have a really, I better be careful with how I say this, but we had a manager, especially, who was very toxic, but at the same time, despite his toxicity, and especially his ways he treated me and whatnot, he still acknowledged that he appreciated me, and he acknowledged that I was a hard worker. Even though I think I got blamed for a lot of stuff there, but still, I've been blamed for a lot of stuff in my current job. A lot of it has to do also with what led me to quitting it to begin with, but we're not going to go into that because I need to be careful. I really need to be careful with what I say on here for a lot of different things. Anywho, so, yeah. I had my little emotional moment, and as I walked like towards the doors going down to the mall, I had to like look over and see like my area that used to be where my old stock room was, and I was still like, it used to be mine, my own little personal area. I don't know. It wasn't really mine. I had to share the stock room, even though it was a shoe stock room. I still had to share it, but that's alright. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm all over the place here. Yeah, so I had my little moments. Anyway, went out to the mall. I wound up at Forever 21. Like, I wanted to go into Forever 21. I didn't really want to shop for clothes unless I found something really good, but at the same time I wanted to look at the clothes just to see, like, I like looking at the current styles to see if I can get some inspiration for stuff I want to make or design or whatnot. And I will say that I am very glad that the bell bottoms, flares, jeans, all that are back in stock, because that's always usually what I wear, what I buy, and now I can actually find stuff like that. Though the prices weren't super great, so sorry, I'm going by. So anyway, it's funny because I'm going to age myself right now and say like everything that's fashionable right now is everything that I wore in high school. So, and I still have a lot of my high school clothes too. And it was funny because I went into Dillard's for like a duration of like when I went out there to look around. I went to Dillard's twice, but anyway, and so it was strange looking at the juniors department, because like in high school a majority of my clothes came from Dillard's. I mean, back in the day we had another mall that was really close to my house. We had two malls actually, one that I worked at and one that they demolished to put a freaking Walmart. Like, we needed a whole other Walmart, but now we have two Walmarts that were, well, two Walmarts that are within like 3 miles of each other on the same street, whatever. At two big intersections, just like one intersection here, and then it goes stretch, and then another big intersection. So, you know, whatever. That Walmart was the reason why my mom's first Food Lion that she worked at shut down too. So I just, and then also shut down the Kroger that I used to like shopping at. And then it shut down the Kmart, which was connected, you know, linked with Sears, like how they were the same parent company. And I used to use my Sears discount at the Kmart on a regular basis. So I really, really, really hate that stupid Walmart that they built. Anyway, I digress. So it's funny going into Dillard's and seeing like all the stuff I wore in high school, because I got like a majority of it from that I used to wear in high school from Dillard's in the past. But now, yeah, the price, I don't. And it's also another thing, like, it seemed like we had better stuff back in the early 2000s, like what they're reimagining the fashion, like that boho flower child meets, I don't know, more modern day stuff. Like back then, it seemed like it was better back then. And now it's just not as good, not as fun, and I don't know. Anyway, I'm just, well, the jeans are better now than some of the jeans back then. I'm just, again, I'm all over the place here. But the tops especially, I was just kind of like, eh. Like, I figured they would have a better selection of tops and whatnot, and I was not impressed. So, but I used to get my stuff so cheap at Dillard's back then. But that's a whole other thing. That's a whole, I love that one Dillard's that I used to shop at, let's just put it that way. So, yeah. Anyway, wound up, yeah, Forever 21 is what we're talking about, really. I don't know. I feel like Forever 21 just has too much stuff to go through. And also, it's kind of hard for me to figure out the sizes of the pants, because half the time they're in small, medium, large, or extra small. So I'm like, like, what's the number equivalent? Or else they're in the inches. Or is it the European size, which I think are supposed to be inches, but they don't always add up because the waist, like, I know usually if it's in inches it goes by the waistband, but the waistband these days is all over the place. It could be like high-waisted or like, you know, belly button waist. I mean, whatever, I don't know. Anyway, it's just, it's inconsistent to me, so I don't even know what the proper waist size that I'm supposed to go by is anymore. Just, why can't they keep it like simple with the junior numbering system, like the 0, 1, 3, 5, 7, you know, the odd numbers plus the 0. Again, all over the place. And for some reason I had to look at the jewelry, even though I had no intention of buying jewelry. But I used to always get little cheap jewelry from Forever 21, despite the fact that I like making my own jewelry. But again, it was cheap jewelry. I can't talk, getting tongue-tied now. It's cheap, inexpensive jewelry, and it seems like everything I've had from there, like, which I got like 10 plus years ago, has held up over time, so whatever. Maybe not 10 years, 8 years. Point being, I've had it for a long time. It's held up. So I've had these ideas of things that I want to make in my mind, but I just don't have the proper materials that I like on hand, which is unusual because it seems like I own everything. I just hoard a bunch of stuff, and I didn't have what I wanted to make this idea I had in my mind. But lo and behold, Forever 21 bred my mind, and it was funny because I had this vision for making other jewelry with this particular material that this is made from. So anywho, let me just show you. I debated on whether or not I should get it, but, and I was saying, well, I could probably go to another store like Claire's in the mall, maybe find it for a little bit cheaper. It wasn't really that expensive to begin with, because I know I've looked at some stuff on Amazon, and I know I can get on Amazon for any cheaper, at least I don't think, based off of other similar items that I've come across on Amazon. But whatever. Anyway, I got this thing. So this is one of those body chains, which I've made my own little body chain necklace. It's just the necklace portion that goes like way down. I've made those. And then I've been, like, I've had in my mind, I want to make some belly chains, because I remember those being big in like the 90s, and I always wanted one, and for whatever reason I never got one. And they had them at Forever 21, but I was going to get a belly chain that was like this, which is, can you even see this? I changed settings on my camera, by the way. I can't remember if I said that, and I'm not sure that the settings are even right now. Hopefully this is filming okay. If not, sorry. But this is that that Rhinestone Cup Chain, which I've been trying, like, I've been looking online because I want to make like some tennis bracelets and chokers out of it. And I'm trying to put together some orders, or find some materials and whatnot that I want to order, so that I can order my rhinestone chain and not have to pay extra for shipping, because, you know, minimum order threshold gets you free shipping. So yeah, I'm in the process of doing that. But I came across this before, or after, whatever. I cannot. I'm trying not to talk so much, and yet for whatever reason it makes me talk even more. Point being, it was funny that I came across this, because this is like that material. Like, I've been wanting to get me some rhinestone cup chain for different jewelry, and I've been wanting to make body chains, but I didn't have the kind of chain that I really wanted for that specific type of thing. So I was going to do that before going to Florida too. I was going to make my own body chain, but I was thinking, oh, like, I, again, didn't really care for my chain. I made some different prototypes of other things, but I was thinking, you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if they had that stuff down in Florida, but again, busy dealing with the beach and everything, that I didn't want to like really go shopping. I was like, I can go shopping any other time, so. But yeah, got this at Forever 21. It was $13, and like I said, I was gonna get, they had the belly chains there that were just this part. But the belly chain by itself was $10, and I was going to get one separate, but then I was thinking, well, why don't I just spend, you know, and I was almost debating not getting this and just only getting the belly chain, but I'm like, why don't I just spend a few more dollars and get the whole shebang, and that way I got the little belly chain attached to it. And like, even though we're getting ready to go into the winter now, it's been cold here, well, cold to me, the past couple of days. I just, like, I've been wanting this kind of thing so that I can wear it with like my little halter tops and little tops, crochet tops, and any little stuff that I make, or like the little, what are they, the little or like bra tops, but that's not the right word for them, but just for the sake of it, let's just call it a little bra top, okay? So this is my Forever 21 splurge, because I normally would not consider buying something $13 that's jewelry from Forever 21 like something I would normally do, but unless there was several pieces. But hey, this is like a combo piece, so whatever. Yeah. So again, I was thinking about, like, I could probably find something like that at Claire's for cheaper, and it was gold tone, by the way, and I was hoping I could find something silver tone like that, but they didn't have it, and something, maybe Claire's might have something like that. So I was like, before I left the mall, I ended up stopping by Claire's, and which they didn't have those there. But the funny thing is, another thing I've been thinking about, I've been toying with the idea for years, like 4 years, since high school, or maybe even before then, of getting like other piercings in my ear, so that I can do like the little like have the little ear piercings that are coordinated, or little earrings that are coordinated, and like also having like the cuff piercing. What is that? I forgot what it's called, but I just always say cuff piercing up here, cartilage piercing up here. And I don't know, I know, like, if I get any other piercings, I'm gonna have it done with the needle. And let me, oh gosh, I've been talking too much. I've got to stop the camera and restart it. So another long story. Back when I first got my ears pierced, found out that I was sensitive to metal, so I can only have like gold post earrings, or like gold coated posted earrings, like in my ears long term. Like I found out, especially now, that I can wear like sterling silver or other metal, like depending on what it is. I can wear those for a few hours and be okay. Some of them I can go during the day and like the majority of the day and be okay. But the thing with sterling silver, I noticed it kind of irritates. It kind of makes my ears itchy and kind of irritated, so I can't wear those more than a day. I can't sleep in the earrings, and I found out like now I can sleep, like I can go overnight up to 2 days without having studs in my ears. But here's the thing, my left ear starts to close up, like it starts to tighten up in the back. And the thing is, when I first got my ears pierced, you know, did everything I was supposed to, I was like 10 or 11, maybe 12. I think I was 11. Anyway, did everything I was supposed to, always had like the gold post. That's when I kind of found out that I couldn't do the other metals. Had to stick to gold during that time. And so I got daring like a year or two after I had them pierced. I left my earrings out for I think 2 days. It was between 1 and 3 days. I can't remember, but let's just say 2 days. So when I went to put my earrings back in, I couldn't get this one, my left ear, back in. Like I get it started, but it wouldn't go through, and I freaked out and just couldn't figure it out. And my mom tried it, and she's like, I think the back grew over. And sure enough, it did. So I got my ears pierced originally at Walmart with a little gun. And so I went back to Walmart and got them re-pierced. Had to go through the whole thing. They got it through the front part, like where it was originally, but found out, you know, well after the fact that they couldn't get it lined up like it was. And so I got it like a little channel, like where it kind of goes at an angle. And so whenever I put this one in, like sometimes I get like misaligned with it and go down and poke where my old hole used to be, and ooh, it freaks me out. It hurts. But then again, like sometimes if I leave my earrings out for too long, like, you know, again, more than 2 days, it gets hard, and I have to like like force the post through the second where the current hole is, and it's just ugh. So let me pause here. So again, want to have my ears pierced more, but don't want to go through the whole ugh. And again, if I did have them pierced, I had to get them done with the needle at a proper piercing place, or like a piercer, tattoo parlor, whatever. But I'm like, I know that they have like things that you, like the ear cuffs, like I was talking about earlier, except for like the ones that are not like actual pierced ear cuffs, but the one that you can just kind of slip over your ear. I've had several of those in the past. In my personal experience, when I've thought to look for them, like out and when I'm shopping in the real world, never really think about it. I've even bought some little stuff from Hobby Lobby to make my own. But when I was at Claire's, I came across these. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. I was just gonna get one, but when I took it to the checkout, the lady's like, you want to get a second one to get 50% off of it? I was like, yeah. So, let's see. Let me show you the ones I was going to get originally first. Let me fix these. And I hope they show up on this camera. They should, but again, because I changed my settings, I don't know. But I'm going to block myself out. So these that have the little moons, the little post part, and then the dangly stars. Anybody who like really knows me knows that these are absolutely perfect. I have, and let me just say real fast that one of my email accounts that I use is moondream.stars. So, and again, so like you have the cuff with the little chain attached to the earring, and then the dangle chain, and then of course the matching second earring. So that is, I mean, this is like perfect. These were $10, and then since she said like I could get a second one for 50% off, I was like, oh heck yeah. So I got this one that has just the little, like the fake diamond studs for the earrings, and then with the dangly little down here, the little 3 dangly stars down there from the ear cuff chain. So, and these say that they're sensitive solutions, which to me seems obviously they're for like, there's, you know, for sensitive ears and whatnot. So I think I can get away wearing those for throughout the day. Whatever. So, alright, and that made me happy. And these were also $10, so I got them for 50% off, or so I thought until I checked the receipt, and then it shows that there was a special promotion where they were actually $3 instead of $5. So special shout out and thank you to that cashier at Claire's, the associate at Claire's, because that was stinking awesome. Alright, and so I had the little coupon for Bath & Body Works where you could get a free hand cream valued up to $8.50. And I just went in and got the hand cream. Sometimes they have really good sales there, but I've gotten spoiled to the sales where you pay like $3 or $4 for like the body spray and the body lotions. So when they have the sales that are like buy 3 get 3 free or whatever, no, take that back, that was somewhere else. Buy 3 get 1 free or whatever, and the, you know, the full price of a product is like, well, let me see, I've got one down here, $15.50. I'm just like, I'm not gonna spend, what is it, $45 plus on 3 items to get 1 free. Not when I know that there'll be certain times a year where I can get the same product for like $4. So pass. Anyway, I just opted to get this strawberry pound cake hand cream. That was my little free item. So, and today I noticed that like I get emails from every day. Most of the time I just delete them, but today I looked at it and today they had the concentrated room spray for $3.50. I was like, well darn, if that had been yesterday I would have gotten quite a few of those. So I'm just saying, they have some really good sales like on specific days, but yesterday just wasn't it, so I just cheaped out and just got my little free item. I mean, they send the coupons in the mail, so it says no purchase necessary. I feel weird going in just to claim a free item, but at the same time I'm like, well, your conditions say no purchase necessary, so I'll be shopping there again soon. Next huge sale they have, I'll be back. Yeah, so, and then I went to Sephora. This is where all this kind of comes into play, and let me get a little sippy sip here. You know how Sephora has those little favorite sets? Like, you can go on the website and click brands and then click Sephora favorites. It'll be these little mini sets, and usually they're little mini products. In most cases, they're little mini products. And I've featured on here and other like Sephora hauls some of the ones, like normally the lip kits are the ones that I get, which I have one out here because I was looking at it earlier. Like, this is one like I got in the past. They don't really do this, well, I think they still do these, but the price has like gone up significantly. But, you know, used to they'd be under $30. So like, and for example with this kit, you got 5 lip products and 2 of them are full size. So like one alone was like pretty much the price of this kit. So, you know, it's a great value. Well, they've been doing these fragrance sets, and I've got a couple of them here. I thought I'd have an easier time grabbing this, but apparently not. So, these are 2 of them. I think I have 3 of these all together. But where you'd buy each of these kits for $25, and they usually have like 5. In this case, this one, well, this one has 6, and this one has 8. So those little sample size perfumes, like these, just these little, like you usually get these in most cases free with purchases. So you spend $25 and you get a variety of these samples. And then inside they'll include a voucher to where you can buy the a voucher for the travel size for one of these that's in the kit. So, in a lot of cases, most of them are worth more than $25. A lot of the ones that I usually tend to get are valued at $30. So you pay $25, get your little samples and whatnot, and then you can get like a $30 body spray. I mean, not body spray, a travel spray. So, oh, for example, like this one. This one was a true bargain. So $25 for the kit, and it had the sample of this by Rosie perfume oil in it. So I like the smell. It's not a strong smell. I wish it was stronger, but I like the scent in general. So when I looked up the travel size retailed, it was either $40 or $42. So I spent $25 on this kit and got like a $40 little perfume in exchange for the little voucher that was in this kit. So I'm just saying, it's a great deal, especially if you like perfumes, or you want to, if like you have any interest in any of these. There's also this, well, anyway, oh, I got them, I'm not sure which one I showed, but they both had by Rosie. One had one scent by Rosie, and the other was just the Rosie. Oh, the other one was Rosie. I guess it was Rosie by Rosie that I got. But, yeah, so, I don't know, I'm thinking too much about this now. Yeah, so in this kit, this one had the My Way by Marc Jacobs, which, I mean, not by Marc Jacobs, Armani, which I was going to get that one initially, but then I smelled My Way. I'm sorry. Okay, so, I'm so scrambled at this point. Let me back up. Wanted to get My Way by Armani, but then I smelled Perfect by Marc Jacobs, and I ended up loving Perfect instead. So, and I wish, in hindsight, I wish I had gone with just the My Way and gotten Perfect later, because I could have got a little gift set of Perfect and got it, you know, it would have been a good value that way, and I still could have got my Armani. And when I went to rebuy this kit so I could get my little Armani, I was going to buy a second one and redeem the Armani with the second one like I had originally planned for this one. And it was already sold out by that time. So, darn. I don't know. I'm babbling. I'm babbling. So there is a newer version of this kit. Well, darn. Okay. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. Anyway, I got that because it had Clean Reserve Skin as one of the ones that you could get, which I believe that retails for $30, so $25 for the kit. That's not what I'm going for. Where is, okay, right, grabbed from the wrong bag. So, redeemed my voucher, got Clean Reserve Skin. I wish you can redeem them online, but a lot of times they're sold out online, or since they have now done away, I used to pay like $15 to get free unlimited shipping from Sephora despite whatever your purchase is throughout the year, but my subscription expired last month and they sent an email saying that they're no longer doing that anymore. So I can spend $35 now and get free shipping, but I don't always want to order $35 worth of stuff. But anyway, and plus whenever they do that, I like doing, you know, they have those little free with purchase things. If you like trial size, if you spend so much money, you can redeem a code to get one of those products, and I love doing those, which you will probably, maybe you'll see here in a moment. Anyway, so I like doing that. So to me, redeeming the little voucher in person is better for those situations. So here's something else I got at the beginning of the year. One of those kits at the, did I say at the beginning of the year? Oh gosh, I cannot talk. my mouth is not keeping up with my brain. Okay, so this was one of those favorite kits that I think it was in June. It was several months ago that this was on sale. It had been originally like 60 some odd dollars, and I know it had a lot of bad reviews, and so they knocked it down to like $30. And it has a lot of nice little products, but it just, like, here's an example, like they're all teeny tiny. So in this kit, it says that it's supposed to have the Yves Saint Laurent Libre. I think that's how you say it. But, see, there's a nice little empty spot for the bottle, but instead there's a little voucher in there for, there we go with the choking again. So, look at this. It's supposed to have like where you could redeem the voucher for the travel size of the Libre. And I noticed that this kit had a lot of bad reviews, which is why I think they lowered it down to that price. And maybe it was $32. It was something between like 30 and 32. We'll just say 32. So, it's, I don't know. Anyway, reading the reviews, people were complaining because it didn't have the perfume in the box. But then, like, right when I got it, people were saying, like, you can't even redeem the voucher because the perfume is sold out. It was sold out online. And when you go to look at the different individual store locations, like, it was out of stock everywhere around here, except for, it said in Murfreesboro it has limited stock there. And I've been meaning to go out there, but I just don't feel like driving out to Murfreesboro, especially, like, over the past several months when gas was, like, really high, like, you know, high. Didn't want to bother with that. So anyway, I went, I've had my little voucher in my wallet with me, just in case I happen to find myself somewhere at a Sephora. So I went to, again, the Sephora, and I was looking around, and I saw, well, darn. Oh, here it is. Oh, goodness. So I saw this, and I guess this is like the repackaged version of the what's been sold out online. So I was like, I went up to the register, and it wasn't working for me. Like, the associate who was ringing it up couldn't get it to work. But then another associate came over, and she's like, yeah, we've been having this problem lately. She said some other people had come in with the little voucher, and then they were having issues. So she was able to get it to override and work. So I got my little Libre. So, yay. So now I feel better about this kit, because I think this is like $30 also. Most of these usually are about $30. Like, most of the travel size perfumes tend to be $30. Again, that's why those other kits are such great value. So I feel a lot better about this purchase now, because that was a big reason why I purchased this, because I was like, everybody was speaking so highly of the Libre, but also I wanted the other products in this kit too. So, and I have, like, I've only tried a little bit of, what was it? I think that face cream was the only one that I tried, like, a little bit of it. So I need to use this. I need to use a lot of things. Okay, so that, I'm going to wrap up this video right now about this, because this is going to be so long. I'm going to do another video of, like, just random hauls and stuff I like. So, ew, that's my little update for now. We'll see. We'll see if I could talk so much about other stuff. We'll see what other videos I come up with next. But I should be doing this random mess behind me. So if you're interested in, like, beauty products, stay tuned for the other video. And anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's staying safe, because I know there's, like, a big hurricane coming, and I really hope that people are going to be alright. I know that that's serious stuff to deal with, so let's, you know, keep those people in our thoughts and prayers, and hope everything goes all right, and that the weather, I always pray that the weather will fizzle out before it gets, like, that it won't be as bad as, like, they keep expecting it, and that it'll fizzle out before it really starts hitting places. But yeah, so I hope everybody's doing well, and thank you for watching.